Hi folks, Graham Cooper here from Cooper and Cooper Investment Property Solutions. Just a relatively short video here just to talk about property investment and what is in it for you. I mean, after all, if you're going to invest, why are you investing? What's in it for you? Why would you want to get involved in an interesting proposition such as property investing and all that it entails? Well, obviously because there are some rewards, and so what are the rewards? What can you benefit from in terms of end results for having the discipline to invest in property? Well, okay. So let me say to you, whether you be, an 18-year-old or whether you be a 50-year-old or even older, can you currently save around $200 a week out of your pay? Now, you may be, a highly paid professional individual, and you say, yes, sure, it's not a problem at all. Yeah. Of course I can, yeah. But my experience has been over the 30 plus years that most people can't, and they live from literally from week to week, from the pay packet to pay packet, and it's a challenging life, and but you may be surprised to learn that with an investment property. Typically, it's worth about $200 a week to you in terms of capital growth. Now, that doesn't really matter where the market is, because there are so many influences within an economy that impact the results and the returns. And while if you put that $200 in the bank at the moment, it could be a very sad result at the end of the year, because of course the banks, generally speaking, the majors would pay you somewhere in the order of 1%, maybe even 2% if you're really lucky. But don't forget, you've got to pay tax on that, and you have to pay costs on that, and of course you have the cost of living on top of that. And so as an associate of mine said recently, he put $10,000 in the bank, and at the end of the year, when he did his divvy up, he was shocked to find that he's actually in the red. In other words, he was losing money, and that's a sad situation. So don't put it in the bank. You need to invest it. You need to make your money work for you. And there's an old adage that says that that the poor spend their money and invest what's left over, and the wealthy invest their money and live off what is left over. So there's a thing that I used to talk about a few years ago in the hard-edged property market to our very experienced property investors. We used to talk about the velocity of money. Okay, the velocity of money. And what I mean by that is, is your money sitting dormant in a bank? In other words, is it just in a bank account somewhere, and that you're hoping that it's going to accumulate as it would do over time, and you'll have a nice little nest egg there? Or is it actually working? Is it out there, hard labour, working away, punching through every day to work for you? Is your money working for you? I mean, you worked for it, it's hard-earned money, so now is it out there in the marketplace working for you? And if it's not, then you need to rethink your strategies, okay? Your money needs to work for you. And one of the most effective ways for money to work for you is in the property market. Look, and the reason that, there's always been some toing and froing in the marketplace about, should my money be in shares or should my money be in property? Should my money be in shares? Should my money be in property? And that argument will go on forever, because markets move, markets change. The markets are up and down. But as Paul Clitheroe once said and produced a chart in his Money magazine, if you look at money over the years, if you look at the beginning of the 19th or 20th century, the 1900s, right through to the year 2000, and if you look at the growth of, say for instance, property values, you will see that it goes like this. And over that 100 years, it goes like that. Now obviously, during that growth period, from this corner here right up to this corner here, there has been things like 1900, 1918, World War One. Whoops, the market went up and down, but then off it went again. Oh look, 1939, World War Two. Oh my goodness, the market went up and down, and then here we go again, and right up until Korean War in the 50s. Oh, not so much badly there. And then of course all the Middle Eastern conflict, and the market's going up. But you know what? You look at it over the longer term, and it's gone like that at a beautiful 45-degree basically angle on the way up. And even in the years that I've been involved in the market, and it's 38 years now in terms of our company, I can remember in the early 70s, so it's 48 years, when we bought our first property, and we didn't know about all the benefits. In fact, the government didn't offer a lot of benefits back in those days, but we bought just for location and things like that. But the very first property that my wife and I bought, we had bought property before that, by the way, bought some vacant land, both of us, before we even met. But we met in 1976, and in 1977 we bought a property, and would you believe it's metropolitan Sydney, about 5 kilometres from the Sydney Centre Point Tower, little rundown suburb called Zetland. And we bought a 4-bedroom, 2-storey Paddington terrace style home. In fact, the person that had owned that property was actually a builder of the Paddington terraces. We bought that property in a dilapidated condition for $26,750. Let me repeat that, because I know your ears are flapping. $26,750 for a 4-bedroom, full brick home, 5 kilometres from the centre of Sydney, and bonus, an extra block of land alongside it, with a old barn shed at the back, where the builder who had built the house in 1898 had kept his horse and cart and his sand and mortar and his bricks from the Newtown Brickworks, and he would fill up his horse and cart, the cart in the morning, with his bricks from the Newtown Brickworks, beautiful sandstock bricks, and he would trot his horse up to Paddington, and he would build houses. $26,750. What is the median price of a home in Sydney now? Not even one so close to the centre of Sydney, but the average median price in Sydney now is $940,000. Let me repeat that, $940,000. Is that capital growth? Think about it. How many percent increase in the value of that 1976 property is there today? In fact, that property, that area there, is now zoned for apartments. So the block of land there, remember there were 2 blocks of land, one basically vacant block and the one the house stood upon. So we're probably looking at a saleable value of somewhere in the vicinity of, for the 2 blocks with the house on it, of between $4 and $5 million as a prospective zoned apartment site. $4 to $5 million. Okay. I don't think I need to say anymore. But who would have envisaged that? Certainly I didn't. I remember standing out in Elizabeth Street there and looking back up, and I could see Centre Point Tower, and the back of my brain, my uneducated brain, said, this area is going to be worth a lot of money someday. I didn't know it might be 43 years later, but someday. And while I lived in that property initially, I was offered a string of 4 semis that were on the same side of the street that I was on. 4 semis, 2-bedroom semis, for $100,000. Just a few years later I was offered to buy that, and I didn't have the foresight to take that up. But I did buy other property, but I at that point in time I didn't have the foresight to take up that offer. I should have, but you know, we all make mistakes too. But what I'm saying to you is, don't you make them. You know, learn from my mistakes, learn from everyone else's mistakes. Contact us, get the information you need to give you the confidence to take the step and to get started on building a very comfortable future for yourself. Okay. All right, look, that's all from me. At the moment, Graham Cooper from Cooper and Cooper Investment Property Solutions. We're here for you. Go to our website, www.cooperandcooper.com.au, and fill in our contact form. And look, if you want to, of course, subscribe to our newsletter there. And we will be in touch with you, and we will help you get through the myriad of questions and give you all the answers that we hopefully can give you, and help you get started on this wonderful, wonderful business of property investment. Okay? Hope to hear from you soon. Stay safe, stay well, have a great day. See you soon. Bye.